Good evening. Prime Minister Narendra Modi today made a visit to Ladakh and to Leh, speaking to soldiers and also visiting many of those who've been injured in the clash at Galwan. Now, while he was addressing the soldiers and lauding the bravery, it was clear that speaking to them, the message was actually largely also aimed at China. And he did say that the age of expansionism was over and the age of development was here, and pretty much saying that India is not going to bow down to anybody. Now, this visit and that message, a clear signal being sent, and this after the Prime Minister faced attack from many quarters after his speech, especially at the all-party meeting where people said he should have said something more directly and been a bit more forceful and forthright when it comes to addressing China and what exactly happened at Galwan. But today, a very clear and a blunt message coming from the Prime Minister as he spoke to the soldiers in Ladakh. Let's just quickly show you what actually happened today and also the rest of the day's story.
In a clear message to China, Prime Minister Narendra Modi on Friday said that the era of expansionism is over and it's the age of development now. Speaking to the soldiers in Ladakh, Prime Minister Modi said, "History is witness that expansionist forces have either lost or were forced to turn back."
साथियों, विस्तारवाद का युग समाप्त हो चुका है। ये युग विकासवाद का है। इतिहास गवाह है कि ऐसी ताकतें मिट गई हैं या मुड़ने के लिए मजबूर हो गई है।
Addressing Indian Army soldiers at the heights of Leh during his surprise visit to Ladakh, Prime Minister Narendra Modi on Friday said that the courage of soldiers has shown India's strength to the world. The Prime Minister added that the world has seen Indian soldiers' fire and fury and is today praising it.
भारत माता के दुश्मनों ने आपकी फायर हुई देखी है और आपकी फ्यूरी भी।
Reacting to Prime Minister Narendra Modi's Ladakh visit at the height of military tensions along the LAC, China has said that both the countries are in communication and negotiations on lowering the temperatures through military and diplomatic channels. In a statement, the Chinese Foreign Ministry said that no party should engage in any action that may escalate the situation at this point. The Prime Minister landed in Leh on Friday on a surprise unannounced visit to the 10th sector to meet the troops and review the forces' preparedness.
Calling Prime Minister Narendra Modi's strong message against expansionist nations groundless and exaggerated, China on Friday said it has demarcated boundaries with 12 of its 14 neighboring countries through peaceful negotiations, turning land borders into bonds of friendly cooperation. Ji Rong, the spokesperson of the Chinese embassy, said it is groundless to view China as expansionist, exaggerate and fabricate its disputes with neighbors. In a strong message to Beijing, Prime Minister Modi, addressing soldiers during a surprise visit to Ladakh, said that the age of expansionism is now over and it is the age of development. On a day Prime Minister Narendra Modi visited Ladakh to boost the morale of the armed forces, Congress leader Rahul Gandhi again targeted him on Friday with a video in which the locals from Ladakh claim that China has occupied Indian territory in the region. With the video, Rahul wrote on Twitter that Ladakhis say, "China took our land." PM Modi says, "No one took our land." He added, "Obviously, someone is lying." Prime Minister Modi and the central government has categorically denied any transgression by China into Indian territory.
Further upping the ante on China, India has banned the import of power equipment from the neighboring country. Power Minister R.K. Singh on Friday said that no power equipment import will be allowed from China and Pakistan. The minister added that Beijing may use it as a Trojan horse that can potentially be used to trigger a power grid shutdown in the country. India imported 71,000 crore rupees worth power equipment, including 21,000 crore rupees from China. This is something we cannot tolerate that a country will transgress into our territory, the minister said at the State Energy Ministers' Conference.
The Indian Council of Medical Research has asked medical institutions involved in trials for India's first COVID-19 vaccine to fast-track the clinical trial approvals. The hospitals involved have been ordered to begin subject enrollment no later than July 7th. Developed by Bharat Biotech in partnership with ICMR and the National Institute of Virology, the DGCI recently approved human trials for Covaxin. ICMR has set up August 15 as the launch date for the vaccine's public health use, but the final outcome will depend on the cooperation of all clinical trial sites involved in this project, the top health body said. Reports say ICMR's letter to Bharat Biotech also comes attached with a warning: deliver on time or face consequences.
India on Friday reported close to 21,000 new coronavirus cases. This is the first time that over 20,000 cases have been reported in a single day in the country. India's COVID tally jumped past 6.25 lakh with 20,903 cases and 379 deaths in the last 24 hours, according to the Health Ministry data on Friday morning. The number of deaths due to the virus has gone up to 18,213. The only silver lining on the COVID cloud is the increasing recovery rate, which is currently at over 60%. Almost 3.8 lakh people have recovered from the virus so far. The Drug Controller General of India has approved pharmaceutical firm Zydus Cadila to start Phase 1 and Phase 2 human clinical trials of its COVID-19 vaccine. This is the second vaccine after Hyderabad-based Bharat Biotech's Covaxin to get the approval. Drug manufacturers across the world are in a race to develop a vaccine for coronavirus. There are at least 17 vaccines being tested on humans across the world currently. The United States has reported nearly 55,000 new COVID-19 cases on Thursday, the largest daily increase any country has ever reported. A surge in coronavirus cases across the United States over the past week has led several governors to halt plans to reopen their states after strict lockdowns. The daily US tally stood at 54,879 late on Thursday, topping the previous single record of 54,771 set by Brazil on June 19th. Just 2 weeks ago, the United States was reporting about 22,000 new cases a day, and it's now reported more than 40,000 cases for 7 straight days.